once again, everyone. Welcome back to the ranch at Chez Temescal. It is another edition of Bone Quarantine, and we have an absolute yummy and delicious recipe, cast iron butternut squash mac and cheese. Really simple, very simple recipe to put together, and it has the hint of butternut squash that just makes it creamy and absolutely luscious. So, if you're ready to get started, let's go ahead and start with what the ingredients are. We got 1 tablespoon of butter, 3 cups of milk, 2 cups of uncooked macaroni. I've got then a teaspoon of kosher salt, a half teaspoon of black pepper, and then it is 1 butternut squash that has been cooked and has been mashed. So this worked out to be about 14 ounces. And basically the way we prepared the butternut squash is we halved it, brushed some butter, salt, and pepper on it, and put it into a baking dish and let it go at 350 degrees for about 90 minutes. And then that's how we got the butternut squash for the recipe. You can also substitute frozen butternut squash that you can get at the market. Then after our butternut squash, we've got a total of 4 green onions. We've got 3 that are going to be mixed in with the mac and cheese, and then we have 1 set aside for the topping. Similarly with our cheddar cheese, we've got 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese. We've got 1 cup to be mixed in with the mac and cheese, and then we have 1 cup for the topping. And then also then to top, we're going to have 1 cup of panko. We got a half cup of shredded parm, and we've got 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So those are all the ingredients. Let's go ahead and get started. So what we want to do is we want to get a cast iron skillet going. And let me go ahead, I'm going to drop in our butter and just get that going. Okay, we've got our butter going, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the heat down to medium high. And with that now is I'm going to go ahead and add our 3 cups of milk. And our macaroni. The salt. And our pepper. Okay, I'm going to give this a good stir it all together. And what we're going to do is, while this is on medium high, we want this to start to bubble. It's going to take about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, so I've been stirring it a little bit, and it's been about 4 minutes, and you see how it's just now starting to bubble. Okay, you want to make sure that you don't boil this. So now I'm going to turn the heat down to about medium-low. And while that's now simmering at medium and low, what's going to happen now is this is now going to simmer for about 12 to 15 minutes. And what we'll see is that the sauce here, or the milk, will start to thicken up and be a bit of a sauce, and the macaroni will be almost tender. So we're going to let this go here for about another 12 to 15 minutes, and then we'll be back to add more stuff to the pot. All right? Don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, it has been about 12 minutes on a medium-low simmer, and you see how the milk has thickened up into a sauce. And let's see how our macaroni is. Hang on. All right, just tender. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fire up the broiler and get the broiler going. And then while this is still on medium-low, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add in our butternut squash. Okay? And let's just get that all stirred together here. Okay, so we stirred in our butternut squash. You see that it's pretty well combined. Now what we're going to do is let's add our cheese. And we can add the green onion. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this off the heat. We're going to turn the heat off. So mix this all together. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just flatten out. Kind of a flat top. Really don't have to, but just something here that'll help with presentation perhaps. Okay. Set that there. All right. Now we have our panko and our olive oil. Right, there's our panko, our olive oil, and here's our Parmesan cheese. Let's give this a good mix. Okay. So we have our remaining cheddar. I'm just going to dust the top with our cheddar. And then we have our breadcrumbs and the Parmesan. Dust that. As you're topping the mac and cheese with the breadcrumbs, you can reduce the amount of breadcrumbs you use if you like to have more of a cheesy topping. Oh yeah. All right, and we should be ready to go under the broiler. Let's see. Yep, our boiler is hot. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pop this under the broiler until it becomes slightly brown and that the cheese is all melty. It's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. So under the broiler for about 4 or 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, so our cast iron skillet butternut squash mac and cheese has been under the broiler for about 4 minutes. So let's take it out and let's see how we did, right? Oh yeah. Take a look at that. Oh, it's got some nice browning on it. Crisp top. Oh. So the cheddar, the Parmesan, there's the butternut squash in there. Oh, perfect fall flavors. All right, I think let's go ahead and dig in. Let's try it. I know it's going to be very hot. But boy. Let's take the remaining our remaining green onion, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of color and a little bit of flavor here at the end. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pot holders and just leave those there because this thing is ripping hot. All right, let's give it a try. I'm going to go right into the middle. Oh, check this out. Oh, it smells great. With the panko topping, I'm going to go right on in and get some mac. Hang on here. Let's see how the macaroni came out. Hello. Oh man, I was born at the right time. The butternut squash gives us a level of richness. Oh, it's so nice. Such a great fall flavor. Oh. So good. We have a little sip of wine to go with it here. I tell you, this does not suck. It is amazing. It is the cast iron skillet butternut squash mac and cheese. You saw it was very easy to put together. key is just making sure that you're stirring the macaroni fairly often while you're simmering it in milk. Then from there, it just all comes together with the ingredients. It is so, so yummy and so tasty. You got to give it a try. So again, this was another great and fun recipe to put together here. We hope to have more recipes coming up very soon. If you have any ideas, send them on in. Let us know, and we'll try them here in the Chez Temescal kitchen. And who knows, maybe your recipe will be on a future edition of Bone Quarantine. So until then, this has been another edition of Bone Quarantine here at the ranch at Chez Temescal, wishing you an absolutely amazingly good day. Thanks again for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye, everyone.